Good morning, dear students. Welcome back. The today's biology class, we discussed about the another general concept in the organism and population chapter. So, in previous classes, we discussed about the main important concept that's called as adaptations. What is adaptation? How the organisms are adapted to the climatic conditions. About that we discussed and we see so many examples. Those examples are very important for you in examination corner, must be seen in that way. Then come, let us we start. The today's class is completely based on the general concepts. That's nothing but a population. The population, what is population? And what are those main important characters of the populations? Those important characters we call it is a population attributes. What are those population attributes? What their main important concept? About everything we discussed in today's class. Let us start the meaning of population. The first, see, all the individuals of a species occurring in a locality constitute a population. All the individuals of a species present in a particular area, that particular area we call it is a locality. So that everything aggregation form of that particular area, that's nothing but a population. So all the individuals of a species occurring present in a locality constitute a population. That's simple 1 mark question. What is population? Remember. Then come, what are those attributes which are present in population? So those are called as a population attributes. See, first, a population has certain attributes that an individual organism does not. Completely population has the main important characters, that's we know that attributes, but individual species does not. What are those? Like birth and death rates, sex ratio, age distribution, population size. Just think about birth and death rates. The rates, how you going to find out the rates of an individual species? If that individual species birth rate, death rates, it is not easily we are going to find out, because it must be present in a population. In the population we are going to see how many number of individuals are birth and death. So that only finding the rates, not for the individual organisms. So that's way the main important attributes of the populations are: first one, birth and death rates; second, sex ratio; third, age distribution; and next one is that size of a populations. About these all attributes we are going to discuss in later classes. Then come, today we are discussed about the birth and death rates, and another one is that sex ratio. It's very simple concept, a general. Already you know that what is population. Just think one example I am going to take it. In a classroom there are the 50 students are there. In a 50 students, so how many students are coming out from other colleges to in this class, and how many students are present in this college only previously? Based on that we are going to calculate it. How many from other, how many from same college. So that's everything is going to give the population of that classrooms only, not overall views. So in that way we must be going to see the attributes play a very important role only in the populations, not for the individual organism. Then let us start. What is this birth and death rates? Just think about it. These rates are expressed as change in number with respect to member of a population. Yeah, that population must be a fluctuated. If it is not fluctuated, then we are not going to see, we are not find out the rates of birth and death rates. Just think about, there is the one population is there. In this population there are 10 tigers are there. Okay, the another population is there. In that also there is the 10 deers are there. 10 tigers, this is basically present as a tiger population and this is as a deer population. If suppose I am going to say this population is a stable, both population, tiger population is stable, deer population is stable, then why, in what condition I am going to say it is a stable? ಯಾವ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆಗಡೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಅದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತದು ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಉಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 10 ಟೈಗರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಒನ್ಲಿ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 10 deers ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್. there is no any change in individuals, means there is no, we are not going to derive the birth and death rates. So that's way this is the one, these rates are expressed only when change in number with respect to the member of a population. Suppose it is a 8, it becomes a 12, then you are going to say this is the stable population, both are? No, because their number will become a decreases, their number will become a increases. So then fluctuation is going on, then you are going to finding the rates of the birth and death rates like this. For that purposes they are given 2 examples are there. What is that first example? This first example based on the which one? Birth rates. See what's that? In a pond there were 20 lotus plants. How many plants are there? 20 lotus plants last year, previous year. Okay, and 8 new plants are added to the existing population. What is that existing population? That should be a 20. To that 8 new plants are added. Then what is total number of plants? Thus the current number of population is in a pond of lotus plants how much? It should be a 28. Then we go for the, what is the equation for birth rates? The birth rates will be per capita is there. Okay na? So like that, therefore the birth rate of that population is, what is that? Number of individuals added. This is the main important word, dear students. What is this? Number of individuals added, second divided by initial size of population. Number of individuals added divided by initial size of population. Then number of individuals added means how many species are going to last next year. Previous year it should be a 20, and how many species are added? 8 species are added. Then 8 by 20. Then what's going on that one? Per capita birth we can see means 0.04, 0.4. So that 0.4 lotus per year is going to born. Based on this average percentage we are going to see in a population how many birth rates are going to fall out. So that's way seeing is very easiest example it is, but what we are thinking, we must be go for the birth rates. How many species are added? That should be a birth. So this is the equation of the birth rate. Okay, and second example they are given. What is that second example? That should be based on the death rates. Okay, in a laboratory there were 40 fruit flies. Then the 4 flies are died during a week. Just see, they are given one statement here. What is that example statement? In one laboratory condition, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಯೋಗಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಫ್ರೂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೈಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ? 40 fruit flies. You must remember, dear student, the fruit flies are nothing but a Drosophila melanogaster. That is common fruit fly we are going to cultured in a laboratory. That Drosophila species, when they are started to culture, that time there is the current population of that species how much? 40 fruit flies. But after a week, in that the 4 flies are died. Then what is the death rate and an average death rate in that a week? The existing conditions. Then you go for the death rate is equal to number of individuals died or removed, like that words. Number of individuals are died divided by initial size of population. It's very simple. Initial size of population. How many species are died? Fruit flies? 4. What is the existing population? That will be current one? 40. So 4 by 40. Then what's the average condition is coming? That is the 0.1 per fruit fly per week. It is a week duration. In a week, the 0.1 fruit flies are going to die. If you are going to see in an average, this is we called as a population calculation based on the birth and death rates. So that's if individual species you are going to consider means, then we are not going to say it is a population. Population must be have all the individuals, not a single individuals. All individuals grouped together in a one area. Then only you are going to say it is a population. That's why it is the first attribute of a population. What is that? Birth and death rates. So in the birth and death rates, it's very simple concept for you. So how many births, how many added, how many died, or how many removed. Based on that, we are finding the per capita birth and per capita deaths. But that should be when there will be a changing of an individuals in a population. If there is no change, then it is called as a stable population, constant populations. So this is the idea about which one? Birth and death rates. Then come the another a simple concept that we call it is a sex ratio. Sex, it is in the sense of there are 2 types of the sex are there. So one is we call it is a male and another one is that female. How you find out? That's we called, if you are going to take a finding the population of the human, then we are going to call it is a census. So that census we know that demography. In a human population, if you go into finding ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಸೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೇನಂತಾರೆ ಡೆಮೋಗ್ರಾಫಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರನಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಮೇಲ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫಿಮೇಲ್ಗಳ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್? ಸಿ, it is another attribute characteristic of a population. It is also another attribute, another main important characters of a population. Which one? Sex ratio. When you going to say sex ratio, club together, both are there, both meaning male and female. Then only you are going to say the ratio of both individuals as a male and female, like that. They are given one example here. What is that? An individual has either male or female sex, but a population must be has what is that? Sex ratio. Sex ratio, it must be present in the population. But we individuals have the one male, one female. If you are finding the ratios of sex in that population, we must be grouped together male and female. Then only you are going to calculate the sex ratio. See, on an average, in a population, if you are going to think of human populations, the 60% of the populations are females and 40% are males. It is an on average. Means by these examples we know that there is the number of female sex are more than the male sex. So this is the one census we are going to find out based on the, what is that, population. If we are not having any population, then it is not easy to find out the any ratios of the sex or birth and death rates. So that's way these two are a very important attributes of an population. The remaining attributes of population like that, what are those? Age distributions and population size we can discuss in next video class. Okay dear students, thank you.